Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 28th of September to the 4th of October 2015. Mars has recently entered into Virgo, and this is a very dynamic aspect. Virgo is a little bit like the hawk, with the long-range precision vision, circling but knowing when to dive to target at exactly the right moment. And Mars can be that too. It can be the taking of our life force energy and directing it with that precision. But badly aspected, Mars in Virgo can have us running around trying to do too much, trying to put our energy in every direction, making lists that are too long for the day and being exhausted by the end of the day. So the active use of Mars in Virgo for the next 8 weeks will be to take a look at how we use our daily energy, what it's targeted towards, and is it precise, is it effective, or is it a burnout going in every direction? So we have about 8 weeks there of Mars in Virgo. We can get things done, but what are they aligned to? Are they aligned to a simpler, higher force, or have we got the mentality of doing more equals more success? Because sometimes we can have these base beliefs and not challenge them. So working hard equals success, but does it really? Doesn't working easily, effectively, and within the right cycles of time make for a more fluent life but still get the same results or even better? So those are some of the ways to challenge this aspect. If you feel that you're getting a bit burnt out or frazzled, trying to do too much, or feeling exhausted by the end of the day, then have a look at where you're putting your energy. Can it be prioritized, delegated, or used more effectively so that you can actually achieve your goals without wearing yourself out? By Monday we come to the full moon in Aries, and this is a total lunar eclipse. It will be at 3:51 in the morning UK time, so if you want to stay up you will be able to see it. But in essence, all astrology happens on the inside first. So when we have a look at an eclipse in Aries, what we're going to see is the Aries-Libra axis highlighted. Now, Aries is the self and Libra is the self and other on the personal level. But Aries is the spiritual warrior and Libra is the spiritual union on a higher level. So lovely calibration comes around at this time. It's very much part of the equinox balance as the sun has recently gone into Libra. So can we balance the self and the connection to the inner self? Can we balance that spiritual relationship? Can we create that alchemy? That's what this eclipse is going to be asking. But also we have Mercury next to the Sun and the Moon going to meet Uranus, so we have 2 other planets involved as well. So with the Sun and Mercury, we've got the processing mind, how we think about balance, how we balance our own mind, how we balance our thoughts and how they're manifesting into action and how we communicate. And with the Moon and Uranus, we have our subconscious thoughts and feelings activated and challenged by the rebellious higher mind of Uranus. So if we pause long enough, can we change our thought patterns? Can we actually rewire our brains? Can we think in different ways and expand into a different perspective? So that's the full moon, total lunar eclipse in Aries, with Mercury and Uranus involved as well, working across that axis of Aries and Libra, the spring and the autumn, the masculine and the feminine, the higher, lower, inner, outer, night and day, all coming into balancement. But I feel there's a chance to simplify here. If we stop thinking and controlling for a while, can we get back into the flow, which is what Libra is asking us to do. Libra is more like a dance, it's more like feng shui, it's more like the flow of air through our lives and the way that we can move with grace. Whereas Aries can sometimes be a little bit controlling, a little bit trying to make things happen and putting effort and energy in regardless of whether the way is blocked or not. We've got the chance to unblock the way now so that when we do use our energy, it can flow with ease. So with eclipses it's best to be still. We don't know, sometimes they deliver a message, sometimes they don't. It very much depends where it falls in your chart. It's unpredictable energy, it's very short-lived but can deliver a message. And with Mercury and Uranus both in there, I feel it's to do with the way that we think about our relationship to ourselves, to others and to our inner self and to our divine mission here on Earth, and can we make that flow and harmonise more easily. There's not that much activity for the rest of the week. There's no planet changing sign this week, so we've just got the oppositions and squares and trines of normal charts. But one of the main things I'm noticing here is that we have Mars approaching Jupiter in Virgo, opposite Neptune in Pisces. So again, we have an axis. For me in astrology, there's not 12 signs, there's 6 pairs. So Virgo is opposite Pisces. We have the rational, logical Virgo and the soul, intuitive Pisces. So working across that axis for the rest of the week, we'll be able to once again connect with our soul purpose of our plans, rather than just making plans for the sake of being busy or for the sake of completing and ticking things off a list that we made in the past. And this does come to fruition because by the end of the week we have the end of Venus retrograde in Leo. So all over the summer, since the 6th of June, we've had a journey where we're returning to what really matters to us, to our heartfelt values, to our creativity, and to the joyful, radiant simplicity of life. And this has been wonderful because now we are stepping forwards after the eclipse has delivered its message. We have that centering now, we have that reason why we're acting and planning and doing. We have the rocket fuel and the motivation behind our plans, and we have that soul knowing that it's in alignment with what we're actually here to express with our core self essence. So a very lovely soulful balance there, whereas the month of Virgo and Libra can often be quite mental. We have the oppositions coming in to say, yes, but what's it all about? Where are we working from? Can we actually be a little bit more soulful? And can we let that radiance out to bring back to us what it is that we're looking to do or achieve on the masculine level, but without having to try too hard. So a lovely opposition there all week from Mars and Jupiter in Virgo, opposite Neptune in Pisces. Tune in first to what matters and then act from that place. Maybe tune in with timing, use your precision a bit more, don't just try to do everything every day. There's always times in the day when you try to do something and it's just not happening. And Neptune in Pisces is saying, well, actually that might not be the right time. There might be a reason for that. This might not be the moment to push forwards because you may not have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. So a lovely opposition there with Neptune balancing out some of that very, very active Virgo energy. But as I say, by the end of the week, Venus goes into Virgo as well, so even more Virgo energy there. But if we're aligned, if we actually know what it is that really makes our heart beat, that really makes us feel warm, that really makes us grateful for our talents and able to give them in devotion, rather than working from the mental, psychological, I've got to do this, I've got to get that plane, then going forwards next week onwards, there should be a sense of universal unfolding rather than exhaustion and wearing ourselves out with too much on our plate. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. There's a write-up every day of each of these activities if you'd like to go and see on www.astrozo.com in the stars this week. So I do post up horoscopes every day, and of course there's these weekly videos as well. But if you'd like to actually engage with a growing group, then I've created a membership group that you can come and join, and there's active discussions. You can post up your chart and find out where this is all happening for you, because we're all calibrated differently. So although we have the same astrological weather going on the outside, it affects us all differently according to the harmonic of our chart. So if you'd like to walk with astrology through the year, learn where all of these aspects are coming up for you, and plot a course where you can use your energy at the right place at the right time and pace yourself, then please do come and join our online membership group. Or please do contact me if you'd like a reading one-to-one. I'm available on Skype, so we can go through your chart at your own pace and answer some questions and see what's coming up for you too. I also have a series of online courses where you can learn from the comfort of your own computer and have access to me for questions. So that involves videos and notes to follow along. Some very intuitive guidance there on how to start to remember your astrology rather than learning it from the outside as some kind of difficult subject, and to step at your own pace and develop your own inner wisdom. So those online courses are available for you too. So that's it for this week, and have a great week.